Right guys, Gaft is back with the explanation to Stickman. It does require a few things, most importantly the good old top of the box gaff. So what you will need is two cards that you're going to force, which in my case are the 3 of hearts and the 5 of spades, and another either one of these, so I'm going to use the 3 of hearts and any other regular card. I'm not going to draw on another card to spoil another card, so we'll come to this in a minute. But what you will do is draw a stickman onto a bicycle card. Now bicycle cards are brilliant because you can follow the outline of the pattern so that you can draw 2 stickmen roughly looking the same. So you're going to draw your one stickman holding a card, and then that will be the other force card. This is the 3 of hearts, so you will write the other force card, in my case it's a 5 of spades, in his little card. Stickman will sit on the top of the deck. You will then cover up Stickman with the top of the box gaff. And then these 2 other cards, these can go, well, in my performance I had one on the bottom and one on the top. You can force these 2 cards any way you like, but I'll show you how I did this one. So you've got one on the bottom and one on the top, above the top of the box gaff and above the pre-drawn 3 of hearts. This can all go into the box, and obviously you do need a pen. This is a dry white marker. It's not the best pen to use, but dry white doesn't seem to wipe off bicycle cards for some reason, so that's why I've used it. No other reason than this was just the first pen I grabbed out the drawer. Right, let me just show you something crazy. Take all the cards out, making sure all the cards come out. Place the box aside, doing the box up, but place it down so you can pick it up naturally. And you're just going to, you could do a fake cut if you want to start with, but all you're going to do is force the 3 of hearts and the 5 of spades. And the way I did it was by just saying, just as I dribble the cards, just call out stop for me and we'll find you a card. Now that's a great way of doing it, because you do have to pick the card that you first draw on. That can be any card, there's no forces, so they can call out stop anywhere they like. Let's say they call out stop here. All I did in this case was I put this card, or I flipped it over and I put it on top. The 8 of clubs, good card. But what I've done there is, this is your top of the stack. They're going to call out stop anywhere they like, call out stop right here. You're going to turn this card over. Now place this card on top. This is the original top of the deck. Place what was on the bottom on top of that. So to the spectator, you have took a card out of the middle, which in fact you have taken a card out of the middle, but this is just a way of forcing the top and the bottom card. So you can say, right, you found the king of diamonds, but we also want to take the 2 cards above and below the king of diamonds. So you're going to split the pack there. This is the top now, but needs to go on the bottom, so put this back on the bottom and pull out these 3 cards. You can show them these 2 cards. These are the 2 force cards. So you've picked out the 3 of hearts and the 5 of spades. Now you're going to put these 2 cards anywhere you like. You're not going to find these 2 cards again, so you don't need to control them. Just put them anywhere in the deck and square it up. And then you're going to draw the stickman onto this card. So I want you to assume this is the card we've just pulled out, because I don't want to draw on another card. And then you're going to go and draw a stickman. So as long as this stickman looks fairly similar to the one underneath here, we're good to go. So you're going to draw your little stickman, drop it on top of the deck and immediately pick up the box, and you're just going to give it a rub just to make sure the ink's dry. And all you're going to do is completely cover it and then start rubbing, because what you've done is you've stolen this card with the top of the box gaff. So you've just drawn your little stickman. We're just going to make sure that ink's dry, and if I rub, you might see something crazy will happen. It now says the stickman is holding a card, the 5 of spades. Wasn't that one of your cards? Right, I'm going to do something crazy now. Watch the 5 of spades and I'll turn it into the, what was it, the 3 of hearts. So you'll just go through this process again. This is irrelevant, misdirection, whatever. Oh, hasn't worked. Turn this card over, or has it? So that's how I did it, guys. I'll just quickly show you again. So you're going to have your 3 of hearts and 5 of spades, wherever the 5 is. You're going to have 1 on the bottom. You're going to have your pre-drawn stickman on top, followed by top of the box gaff, remembering the orientation. This followed by the 5 of spades, and this card is a random card. We'll do that in it. In fact, no, let's just draw on a card gaffer so it's how it looks. All goes back in the box. Right, let me just show you a crazy trick. We'll just give the cards a bit of a mix up. As I dribble down, just call out stop for me anytime you like. Stop right here, sure. 5 of hearts, brilliant card. We also need a couple of extra cards, so I'm just going to take the 2 cards directly above and below this card. So we have the 5 of hearts, 5 of spades and the 3 of hearts. We're just going to get rid of these 2 cards. We'll place them somewhere in the deck. You can see they're going somewhere into the deck. On the back of this one, I'm just going to draw something. I'm just going to draw a little stickman. And stickman is holding what looks to be a card. We'll just make sure that ink's dry. And if I rub, you might see something strange will happen. It now looks like stickman's holding something in his hand. Is that the 5 of spades? If we do that again, you might see something else incredible happen. If we give it a rub here, this should turn into the 3 of hearts. Oh, it's not quite worked. Or has it? So that is the trick, guys. Comment, subscribe, like, and Steve and Siri. Cheers, kid.